time to get ready. It is time to get ready. But, and people may be asking us, well, why is it still daylight? And why are you not in the woods? And it's daylight already. What's wrong with you guys? Some people have already shot 8 points. Well, we're nomads. And we have no idea where we're going. We have no idea where we're going, but we don't know what we're doing. So, we'll let the sun come up. And we're going to walk around in the woods. We're going to hunt like Fred Bear. So there, what do you think of that, people? Stalk right up on them. What do you think?
I don't think I'll stalk right up on anything. I would love for that to happen. I think that's wishful thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But, as some would say, you gotta see it and believe it for it to happen.
Dan Fitzgerald stalked up on a deer, touched it right on his back.
Is there video?
Hmm?
Is there video?
Yeah. Dan Fitzgerald's a bomb.
Having another internal debate as well.
What?
Do I just stay out there all day today?
Well, I would say no. And the reason that I say no is because it's gonna get warm, and they're just gonna bed down. Oh, October 1st, opening day of the 2023 deer season, and it used to be like October 1st was the opener, but we've had like the Independence Hunt and the Youth Hunt and the Antlerless Hunt. So yeah, it's not the opener anymore. Our deer season starts in September around here.
Trying to knock that doe count down. Too many does, they say.
I got
10 per person.
So how you shooting your deer today there, Jer Bear?
With a bow. Yeah.
With a bow, he says. Yeah.
With a vengeance.
So this is it. We talked about it all summer long. We talked about it, and lo and behold, it is here.
Welcome to Talk Time.
And what is Nomad Outdoors? No, we don't have any tree stands up. We don't have pop-up blinds set up. We don't got shit, motherfucker.
That's a good morning to somebody, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Not safe for work.
This whole state land thing, especially when you got to move year to year based on the hunting pressure of other hunters, not necessarily the deer, it gets a little vexing. Because you don't want to hang a stand because, you know, somebody come out and hang a stand right next to you. And I would love to say that I have a secret spot on state land somewhere that nobody encroaches upon, but I don't know, I guess I got to go to the UP for that, or I have to know somebody that has private land that's next to state land.
You gotta walk 10 miles, buddy.
Yeah.
We talked about that. 10-mile walk.
Well, that's what we're going to do today. Jer Bear says he's spending the night out there today. He's going to stay all day, sleep, and then get up in the morning. That's what he said.
We brought toilet paper.
Not shit before I left.
No, we're gonna spend some time out there today. We gotta. I don't know nothing. You know what? I don't know. That's my philosophy. This hunting season, I don't know shit. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna walk around. Just like it's gonna be like watching Lord of the Rings, and we're walking, and we're walking, and we're walking, and we're walking. Anyways,
Well, you know, it's the thing about not having private property is the first day or the first couple of days, it's good to just, okay, where are the deer? Don't let the deer see where I'm at. I don't want to pattern myself. Let me, so I think I'm going to park the truck over by s11e17 trail and walk from there instead of going down to where I normally park at. And yeah, go for a walkabout, good mosey.
Away we go. Welcome to the show.
Didn't think you'd hear ticks on your grundle this early, did you?
Well, wasn't that encouraging? Here we are once again, Nomad Outdoors. We come out here last year. We don't run into anybody. We come out here this year, and there's two other guys, like right where we hunt. Just walking down the street, another guy in his pickup truck. What are you going to do? All right, we're going to go back, walk around in the woods, shoot a deer. Right, Chair Bear?
Big bucks everywhere.
He's not talking.
Big bucks.
Tired of running into people.
I know.
Big bucks.
So that's the long route to get up here. Yeah, we just kind of did a big circle. And if we keep going that way, that'll take us back to the road. Back to that 50-inch trail. But how to get... I think there's a deer run that should be on this clearing. You should be able to get on that deer run. And it'll take you back towards that 50-inch trail. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to sit here for a while or go back up that hill. I don't know. That's pretty cool because that scrape wasn't there. No, last time, like 2 weeks ago, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's fresh, recently made. That's us. If there was a rub anywhere nearby too, that would be a good sign.
Well, just sitting here out in the woods. Jerry Bear went off to do his own thing. Bear Bear's off doing his thing, and I'm doing my thing. It's about noon on opening day. Just looking for a place to hunt. This is a nice spot, but I'm like super close to the 50-inch trail. So I might go look around a little bit. I'll show you what I see. So here I am, in the middle of friggin' no man's land. Nomad's land, catch that one. And I text the boys and I go, oh hey, all in favor of those wishing to adjourn this session, signify by saying aye. And yeah, this is what I get. This is what these guys are doing while I'm hunting. Sitting in the truck like a couple of fat fucks. And laughing at me. So, I'm going to put all my gear back on. And I'm going to head my ass out. May the force be with you. This area that I'm in right now, I have found... I ain't kidding you. I've had found 10 scrapes out here in about a quarter mile. So there's an active buck that's out here for sure. Probably a young one because it's awful early to be scraping. but they're out here. So I'm gonna make my 12-mile trek out of the woods, see if I can find these guys and take a little siesta. Well, what's sit rep?
That big buck south of Ishpeming.
Other than that spot I sent you the picture of, I found a couple other like decent cut-ins, but there was no sign as good as that.
And you? Oh, same as last year?
What's that?
Your sit rep, same as last year?
Same.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Oh.
Wow. I got so hot from walking, my clothes were sticking to me, and I said, yeah, I'm going to the truck. I'm going for a lay down.
I think I'm going to take my shirt off for the ride back. I don't want you guys staring at my nipples. You hear that?
Try not to. Can't make me come. They're just human.
So I didn't realize that the 50-inch went to the power lines and then turned parallel to the power lines.
Yeah.
I made it like 50 yards down the
You
power
finally
line.
realized it?
Yeah.
You're like, ah, you know where you would have ended up? You would have ended up back where you hunted first with red squirrel.
Yeah, fuck that. That's a long walk from here.
Don't be talking to me about no long walks. You fuckers didn't even come and pick me up down there. I had to walk down a goddamn 2-track like a hillbilly.
You could have asked him to. He probably would have.
I thought about that. And then you know what I thought about? I thought, oh, I could just hear it now. Hey, you can't walk yourself.
Yeah, I found a couple other cutoffs. Of course, one of the heaviest cutoffs from that 50-inch cuts off like as you're going up the hill to the right, goes right into that field that you went to first.
Are you talking about getting picked up?
Picked up? Yeah, picked up.
I thought you were back there.
No, I was way over
I would have
there.
picked you up. I was going to ask you if you wanted me to pick you up, but I thought you guys were up there.
I already know what my buddies would be doing. They'd be fucking laughing at me. What's the matter? What's the matter? You can't walk a little bit, old man. I know how that shit goes.
You're creating that yourself, my friend.
What's that?
I was going to ask you if you wanted me to pick you up, but I'm like, where do you want me to go? I can't. That's why I said I thought you were up there. If I'd have known you were fucking down there, we'd have been come down and got you. No point in walking all that fucking way. You don't have to.
I kind of thought about it at first, and I'm like, I'm like, I'll probably go give him a call. Honestly,
Fuck your sack.
I can't be like that, man. Where's the love? Where's the love? Where's the love gun? Love gun. I really like you, baby. I love what you got. Let's get together. Let's get hot. Who's the Kiss fans out there?
Yeah, they're all right.
So, now that we're all together, let me tell you a story.
You tell the story.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
gonna do
first.
that.
Usually you're so quiet.
So, Jeremy and I sat down. We eventually got over to that clearing that we've been looking at for the last month or so here. And as we're sitting there, Jeremy's like, oh, there's like the beginning of a scrape right there. And I thought to myself, I go, well, ain't that something? So we ended up doubling back towards the 2-track, and I sat where they found that stick. That stick on the berm. I sat there for about 45 minutes. Saw a couple of side-by-siders go, a couple of quad runners go by, and I thought to myself, well, I'm just going to move back out. So I go back in towards where that little clearing is, where I just said he saw the scrape. And then I decided, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk back. There's a hill that's back there. And I wanted to walk that hill. So I walked up that hill, went through some woods, got up there, and I see an old debris blind. I go, well, that's a pretty good spot because it's on a hill and it's clear.
Are we in a rush to get back?
No.
car. But anyway.
So anyway, so I find this debris blind, and there's a run that goes right up the hill, and it's open. It's kind of open like this, but hardwoods, old hardwoods. And I thought, well, this is a pretty good spot. I'm gonna have to try and remember this. So I sat there for a bit, and then I got up and I walked up the hill, and then the hill goes to a gully. And in that little gully, it's like there was a clear cut there at one time, or a trail. So I go and I look at that trail, and I'm like, oh, there's a deer run going right down this. I'll follow it. So I hook it, and I start coming back this way to the north. And I'm like, there is scrape. And that scrape has fresh pee-pee in it. Let me tell you how fresh the pee-pee is. When I went back to double check it about an hour and a half later, it was almost dried up. So that means that pee-pee was probably only 2-3 hours old. I'm thinking it was a buck because it was underneath a tree with a bunch of broken branches.
Oh, all right.
So I keep following that I keep following that trail back, and I'm like, okay, I'm following the trail. I go, here's another scrape, and here's another scrape, and here's another scrape, and here's another scrape. I'm like, this guy's horny. He's just scraping up everything. So I continue to follow it, and I get to the end to where it kind of opens up into a little clearing, and I'm like, this continues into the woods. It's like, hey, this is leading right to this spot that we're thinking that where we thought about hunting, we should hunt. And I doubled back and I sat under the tree that we said that you should put a tree stand in, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I sat in that tree. I sat underneath that tree. I went up. I followed that deer run back up, and I marked it so that I could get back to the spot where the fresh scrape was, because it's almost like there's a T, and you could see down this little clearing, down the other little clearing, and then down the other way. So you could see south, north, and east and have a pretty clear shot. And I thought, well, if I was going to put another stand, I'd put another one right here. And then I'm like, well, once I was out there, I started exploring, and I'm like, there's another scrape, and there's another scrape, and there's another scrape, and I'm like, Jiminy crickets. So then I came all the way back, and I got back under the tree where Jeremy said it's a good spot to put a tree stand. I got back there, and that's when I texted you guys. And that's my story. So there's definitely a buck out there. And I don't think that it's one buck making all them scrapes. You can't see one buck making like 12 scrapes.
Kind of tired, but
anyways, so there's my story.
he's a busy dude.
So
A lot of whiz to throw.
that's what we found out. And that's all I got for the Nomad people. The rest of our discussion is going to go into sequestered session. Part 2. Ghosts.
Oh, don't say do.
Docs. So, yeah.
One in the oven.
Yeah. We've, bring this session to order.
That's right.
Session 2. Oh, he's still hunting out there. I don't know where that guy's hunting. I mean, he's
In the woods.
awful close to the road.
Oh, there he is right there.
Is he?
No.
Oh. But, like you said, just pull right off the road right there. Just walk up there and hunt. You're all over the damn place. Alright, we're going out. I think I already said part 2. Opening day, October 1st. I'm going to set some trail cameras out. Ultimate spy device. See how they work. Then we'll know for sure. For sure, dude.
Not these
Dude.
fancy ones that give us
Yeah.
a phone call in the middle of the night.
No, we actually
Tell
have
us
to.
there's 2 raccoons humping.
We actually have to go out there and look at our.
No raccoons
We
humping.
have to go and look at the camera. We can't look at it from our phone for you lazy guys. Alright, we're on our way out. Bumpy, bumpy.
Good opening day, everybody. Frog in a throat. The mosquitoes and I would like to welcome you to opening day in the deer woods. Nothing exciting because I'm just sitting where I normally sit. I'll put a face mask on, don't worry. And just want to see how many other hunters are out here, which I think we've already counted. Well, 2 for sure. a lot of vehicle traffic, becoming more popular. And I'm just going to sit out in the spot kind of in the area where I was sitting last year and see if anything moves around. So don't really plan on shooting anything, just hoping to see deer and not people. And that's pretty much the opening day report. What was that? It's acorns falling on the ground. So it's not rain, but it is going to rain because there's thunder, so it could. But nothing new to report other than that. Same old, same old. Turn it back on when all the big deer come by. By that I mean fawns. Bye.
There he is. So tell us your story, young laddie.
Well, I mean, I went out, I put the trail camera looking at the scrape and the rub and like kind of at the other scrape. And then I sat where I talked about putting a stand. And what was it, like 7-ish? I texted you.
I don't know.
I don't remember what time it was.
I think it was around like 7-ish. I heard it.
You're the only one that can handle a mobile phone right now, so you have to look.
I heard it, I guess I can, I suppose.
I had acorns dropping all around me, freaked me out.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? I'm like, okay.
7:10. So at 7:10-ish, probably like 7:05, I heard it coming in, and like I kind of got positioned. I was holding my arrow. I didn't sit with my arrow on the rest the whole time, or on the string. So I put my arrow on, but I was facing the opening where the rub and the scrapes are. It came behind me in like the kind of like thickets, and it was kind of moving like quick, like it knew where it was going and it was going there type of thing. And it stopped for a brief moment when I was like, I stared at it, you know, the typical heart thumping in your throat. It stopped for a second, then kept walking and buggered off. And then as walking out, something spooked further up in that kind of like that same thicket. As I was walking out.
What about you, Lunchbox?
I saw eagles.
Which is kind of odd that it spooked from that same area, because I had to put all that stuff away, and you know, like that throwdown blind, like you clinkety clankety as you're putting it away, and it stayed over there as I was doing all that. So I'm guessing it spooked, not knowing what I was. It just spooked.
Well, I took that way back, come in off of this other road, thinking I would take a shortcut, and yeah, it's a shortcut, but it's a lot more intense. I went all the way down to the Merrick spot, found a spot that set the trail camera up, and then I doubled back up that deer run, back into where the debris blind was. And then I got set up in there, and that's where I sat. I thought I heard something shuffling behind me for maybe about 60 seconds, but then nothing after that. And that's, I think I started packing up at 7:30, because I knew I was coming out in the dark, and I'm not super familiar with the area yet, so I wanted to come out with some daylight. I at least wanted to get to that 2-track. But well, we'll see what the trail cameras pick up. A couple of days that we can let them set. Heading on down the highway, nothing to do at all, and it's bouncy, bouncy. All right, say goodnight, Irene.
Well, night, Irene. See you in the morning.